can't believe it.
He's just completely, utterly in awe here.
That is a complete scandal. That is quite out of this world. I don't believe it! I don't believe it!
Well, welcome back to the last, but second from last men's match. Max Lee, the qualifier from Hong Kong, taking Miguel Angel Rodriguez from Colombia. Well, Max Lee, it's the Chinese New Year, and he is very happy. Played quite amazing match against Mohamed Abouga, beating him 3 games to love convincingly. Had to get through qualification as well, finding himself in this second round. Now it is the, like I said, the Chinese New Year. Forget, so it's the year of the dog. Max Lee is the dragon, his birth year, which is quite fitting, really. His opponent sporting the very Latin hairstyle, sometimes into a top knot, but this one's a bit more of a slick back. Playing better than 21 in the world at the moment, Rodriguez. Really good to see him back in form, beating Paul Cole in the first round here, the Windy City, in a 4-game match on the top courts. So back with a bang, the Colombian. Massive opportunity for both these guys to get into a quarterfinals of a World Series with this prize money. And talking about money, joining me in the commentary box, we've got Paul Money Johnson. Good evening, Moneybags.
Good evening, Joey. That's a surprising head-to-head for me.
That is a surprising head-to-head. I wouldn't have expected that.
No, I agree. Completely agree. Actually, I mean, Rodriguez has been as high as number 4 in the world. Slight drop after that rise to number 4, but he's now climbing slowly back up to that kind of level again. He's confident. He's got a lot more discipline to his game. He's got an interesting hairstyle, but he's very, very quick around the squash court.
Yeah, if he plays intelligently, like we know he can, then he could cause serious problems for Max Lee.
There's absolutely nothing in it, according to that scoreboard. Slightly premature.
Well, the person that's been sitting on the chair previously, obviously, to Rodriguez, has left their sweat patch, which is nice. Gives Alison Walters.
The scene from Coming to America, the old Soul Glow chat.
Soul Glow chat on the sofas. They're all sitting with the
whole family
sofas.
For lunch.
Yeah, very cool films. Wow. Goodness me.
2018 Windy City Open, presented by the Walter family of Equus Trust Life Insurance Company.
Theme Khan looks nervous.
Round 2 now. Miguel Angel Rodriguez of Colombia to serve.
Will be coaching Max Lee.
Hong Kong to receive.
Presume there'll be
5 games.
one of the Latin Americans in the corner of Rodriguez. You've got the Salazar twins and also Peruvian Puma around. Do stick together, the Latin American boys, which is great. Well, that was pretty nifty there from Lee.
In that first round match, Joey, I've never watched a player that seemed to be having so much fun.
No, it might be a little bit different in this round. These guys know each other's game very well. They both used to train under David Palmer.
2-1.
What? Oh, that is a joke. Check this shot out, PJ, from the cannonball. Watch this. That's
He's ready to hit it behind his back as well. It's really cheeky.
great start for the South American number 2. Nearly outdid myself.
Straight to Rodriguez.
That would be a good exhibition match. Latin America against another kind of nation or another continent. You'd have Diego at 1. Miguel, actually Miguel on the current ranking would be at 3 because you'd have Caesar at 2. I mean,
Cesar Salazar, Caesar. But yes.
Hand out 2-4.
That'd be an awesome.
Yes, led 2-4.
Loves to play here in the USA, Rodriguez, and the crowd absolutely love watching him.
They do love it. I love watching him all around the world, but it's usually when there's chandeliers around because it starts to create disco time.
Doesn't want to go too disco time
No,
just yet.
no, not just yet. Not in the first 5 minutes.
Well, he has been doing a good job of Joe. He's building a very healthy lead and then reverts into that disco. We will get some at some stage.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry, anyone that loves the disco time, there will be some.
I think Max Lee would just sit back and laugh.
Well, the way he is, he'd probably join in. He's always looking, Max Lee. He's very unusual. He looks for his opponent a lot. See where they are. So lucky. Good rally.
It's the right shot to play, Rodriguez, just slightly off balance, feet too close together.
3-4.
Max seeing the funny side, obviously.
Hand out 5-3.
Landed in somebody's glass, I think.
His ball's on its way.
Ball's on its way.
Thank you.
It'll be here. There it is.
Hand out 5-3.
Well, we've got a South American icon with his heart rate. I imagine his maximum heart rate will probably be about 300. Being a ridiculously hard trainer and born at 9,000 feet in Bogota. Very intrigued to know what his max will be, PJ. More importantly, actually, his recovery.
I think the recovery will be outrageous. I don't think he's going to go too high into the 90s, to be honest.
What, the 290s?
Watching both of their backhands there, as they play off of the left leg, they like to actually put their hand on their right leg. It's quite bizarre. And those back corners.
I wouldn't say he's... Oh, there's the topspin backhand. I mean, he's holding his hand up there, Max Lee. Rodriguez looks very confident.
6-3.
Very, very confident here. This is the bit where he just waits, and then there's a court sprint. I mean, he just makes it look so easy. Such an asset to the tour, PJ.
Just in contrast, the movements between these two. Saw Rodriguez there completely rocking back on his heels before still moving quickly to get forwards. Yesterday we saw James Wilstrop making the same backwards movement, and it seemed to take an age before he could actually get the frame moving back in the right direction.
It's the advantage of being small, like Rodriguez. Very agile.
Hand out 4-6. 4-6.
Lovely
Good
shot.
finish.
Beautiful finish.
Wasn't much of a backswing preparation here, more of a snap of the wrist from Max Lee.
A lot of racket face through though. It's nice. And again, that's like that racket head speed from a short swing, and it gives it so much more bite on a glass court.
No let. 6-all.
Talk about it so much, don't we? Racket head speed, but when you've got these modern rackets,
Yes.
with the extra power, the ability to hit quickly and powerfully off a short swing, such an advantage. Gives less time for your opponent to read what you're doing.
Well, if you look at some of the old footage of the players with the wooden rackets, kind of your dad's era, Jahangir Khan, Jeff Hunt, they did have much bigger swings, didn't they? Because they needed to get that kind of momentum.
Well, you did, and if you didn't middle it, as you know,
Yeah, it was such a tiny sweet spot. on
teeny
those
head, if you
rackets.
didn't middle it, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, if you tried hitting with the
I played my dad.
Yeah. It's
Played my
actually
dad on the
really,
glass
it's
court.
really nice for your short game, I find.
Yeah,
Get
no,
some
it feels, no, you
serious
get
touch.
good feel and
Feel
touch.
good, yeah.
Played him,
You played that at
Canary
Canary
Wharf.
Wharf, didn't you? I watched
Yeah,
that,
he played with the...
Yeah, chopped you up 3 love, which was good.
Yeah. He did actually win, but it was going to that. Graphite rackets started to come into play around the mid-80s, didn't they? Early to mid-80s, 84, 85.
I think slightly before that.
Remember Dunlop being the main.
6.
No, the first ever was the head competition. That was the first graphite racket.
Oh, that's an amazing shot. The cannonballs unleashed it. What a shot.
10-6. Game ball.
Oh, that was slick. Very, very slick. Slick as his hairstyle. 4 game balls for Rodriguez. Disco bit of disco.
We talk about players walking around the squash court. Doesn't happen very often, but he was having a right old stroll there, Rodriguez.
He really wants to go, doesn't he?
He does. He wants to do something pretty spectacular.
He really
All
wants
he
to
does to
go.
do is move properly.
Dying
Spectacular enough.
to have a dance off in a minute. Get ready for it. And he wins the rally, Max Lee, enjoying himself out there.
Hand out 17. Game ball.
Has Max Lee always been this smiley on
No.
court? I don't remember.
No, not at all.
He hasn't. This
Never.
is a new thing this week.
Completely and utterly new. It's taken me by a huge surprise. You usually can't tell what he's up to.
11-7. Game ball.
Well, Rodriguez is firing them in
1 game to love.
with such confidence, backhand and forehand side, hitting the ball so cleanly. So the fashionista from Colombia leading Max Lee by 1 game to love in this second round encounter. And there we have coach for the day, Arturo, I think. Cesar. Cesar, sorry. It's Arturo who's also helping out Diego Elias against Gawad earlier. fantastic when those guys are there to help each other in that way with the regions and stuff.
What's your thoughts on the background music, Joey?
Oh my goodness me. Rodriguez has just eaten some of your nuts. Just had some nuts, PJ, as you do in between games.
They might be goldfish.
No, these were the nuts, I could tell. He's had some peanuts. He's a bit peckish. That's extraordinary. So what were you going to say?
It's a great start from both players. Max Lee was looking pretty solid out there, but the speed of Rodriguez, back feeling very comfortable on this glass court. The first match against Paul Cole was on the upstairs court. The basic length and width hitting of Rodriguez has enabled him to play off of that solid base. Max Lee hasn't played badly, but he hasn't really found a way into Rodriguez at the moment. Taking his time, waiting for the opportunities, and then when they present themselves, Rodriguez has been very dangerous going into the front of the court. Rodriguez leads by 1-0.
Well, you've got it in there before Wayne Smith. Very clever. There's one of the magnificent chandeliers here at Cathedral Hall with the gleaming Pegasus horse.
Double. And out, 1-love.
Just watching the demeanour and the facial expressions of Max Lee over the last few days, Joey, I wonder if this is something that's been kind of encouraged for him to do by a sports psychologist. Because there is definitely a change in his attitude.
Yeah, massively. It's, the quality of his game against the Egyptian Abu Olga was fantastic. Or he could just be happy it's the Chinese New Year, I don't know.
That was an unbelievable length. It was kind of a flick topspin backhand drive from Rodriguez. Max Lee finding it highly amusing.
1-all.
Yeah, I would have probably headbutted the sidewall in frustration, but not Max. Oh, not far off there, Rodriguez.
And out, 2-1.
Also quite fascinating, Joey, for me, watching Max Lee down the backhand side especially. When Rodriguez just plays like a basic drive, Max Lee on his way back turns round and looks to see where Rodriguez is standing.
No.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it's very matter of fact, isn't it? Usually somebody, say Gaultier, knows he's got a bit of a sly eye on his opponent.
Yeah.
But Max directly looks at the opponent.
It's a full head turn.
Yeah, it is. It's very different.
out, 3-2. Handouts, 3-all.
Just clipping the top of the tin here, Max Lee, with the drop.
3-all.
So comfortable, Rodriguez, in this court. Completely and utterly different player to a year ago. Really taking it in short, is he, Max Lee?
Not at the moment, no. I think he's kind of hoping for a bit of drop of concentration from Rodriguez. Sometimes the Colombian can open up the court a little bit too much. That is an unbelievable finish.
Yeah,
watch the way the Moon manoeuvres the body out of the way and then opens a racket face, fading that into the front left-hand corner.
That's beautiful.
4-3.
He's shaking his head in disbelief. But
poetry in motion, that from Lee.
Yes, let 4-3. Right box, 4-3.
Got to put him off slightly because it's not like his opponent's moving anywhere. Like if we go to Max Lee, so let's go to once they start playing down the backhand wall and Rodriguez is on the tee.
He's done it again.
Watch how he's just shaking his head in disbelief. Max, look, I mean, he's just like, this is not me. This is the year of the. This is the year of the happy man.
I'll just call him Happy Max.
Happy Lee. Or just Mr. Happy. There's going to be a huge smile from Maxime if he doesn't win this rally. You can just tell he's enjoying the moment.
Yes, left. Left box. Five, 3.
He's playing well, Max Lee.
He's starting
much
to
better.
6-3.
Well, first malfunction there by Max Lee.
4-7.
Another one, 2 in a row.
5-7.
Wow, this is a quick tempo.
It's gone up a notch.
Clever though. Back to varying the heights again. Just changing the pace, quick, fast to slow. It's a big miss from Lee. Yeah.
3 in a row, isn't it? Lapse of concentration here from Max Lee.
6-7.
Still not particularly high on the heart rate from Rodriguez.
No, it's interesting. Oh, just stayed in.
He even had time to look into the front camera there, Rodriguez.
Oh my lord.
Quality stuff there.
It's wicked.
I'm sure the crowd will go.
Surely when he's up to his highest, 188 Rodriguez. Grunting away, both these guys. He's going to win it. He's going to win it! He's won the rally! It's a Gruntville out there, back and forth. Smiles, the handshakes. Max, so happy for Rodriguez. But he won that rally. It's lovely, though, to see between the two being all serious. It's brutal. There hasn't actually been a video review yet, PJ. You know that, don't you?
Of course I do.
There's not been a video review. It's so clean. That was a quality rally. And he hits his highest heart rate so far, 188 for the Cannonball. Back at 7-all.
Yeah.
Wild shot there from the Cannonball at the business end of this second. He's done so well to get back into it. Bottom of the tin.
What we're noticing a little bit in Rodriguez, Joey, is in those mere seconds between points, massively dropping his heart rate.
Pretty much 10
Massively.
beats.
More so. Do a little case study, Joy. Got a stopwatch ready. You can keep that heart rate monitor in vision. As soon as the rally stops, by the time the next rally starts, see how long it takes and when his heart rate drops down to. Change of pace, accurate hitting down this left ball.
There you go. Saw him checking for Rodriguez. Every time the ball goes to the actual back wall, he has a little look where he is.
What if he changes his mind on his shot selection, depending on where he sees Rodriguez standing? That would be impressive.
There you go. He's gone for it. He's got it. Clever, good patience, cracking attack from Lee. Very good squash match between these two. Very good.
9-7.
Well, he actually, in the 19-second break, dropped his heart rate by now 12 beats per minute.
There was 19 seconds between rallies, was there?
In that rally, there was 19%. Yeah. Too long.
19 seconds between points.
Yeah.
Another check. It's not going anywhere, Max.
Yes, left. Left box. 9-7.
Needed that big time.
8-9.
Oh, he missed it!
He was too busy looking at the young people through the front wall there.
Hand out.
Watch this. Watch
Missed
the
it.
head position of Rodriguez here.
Great pick-up from Lee there. Oh. Two game balls to equalise. Smiling Dragon.
Hand out. 9-10. Game ball.
No, Rodriguez reminds me with that slight top knot, was a bit of a samurai.
Yes.
Well, what's happened here for Lee? He's got his hand on his hip. Do you think he's feeling it physically? He must be. Suddenly, Rodriguez is back in this in the tie-break, PJ.
That's unbelievable. How quickly, this has happened a couple of times in this game though, Joe, where Max had brought a lead, then a slight drop-off from the concentration of Max Lee's. Totally opened the door for the Colombian. Brilliant. He has certainly slowed down off the pace there.
Yeah, he has. He's
Hardly any
trapped
movement
behind him,
from
and it's massive Vamos. Very strong, solid on that volley. So, huge opportunity here for Rodriguez to go 2-love up against Lee. Well, that was invisible from Max Lee. Very clever shot.
Hand out. 11-all.
Took a lot of courage with that shot.
Oh, he's got the lucky bounce.
12-11.
It's good width from Max Lee. Second game ball. Sorry, what I'm talking about. This is now fourth game ball. He's up 10-7 here, Max Lee.
Third. He was up 10-8.
Chance for Max Lee.
Oh, he got it.
Slightly blocking Rodriguez there. Some serious space. Forcing the error from the Colombian.
Well, it was a serious match now. Although Max doesn't seem that serious. 36 minutes, 23-minute brutal second game. Back and forth between the two in that second. One game all. Possible match of the day of the men commencing here. So a fresh change of t-shirt for Lee probably. Goes doing his usual stretching of his quads. He's had a lot of cramp issues in the past. Rodriguez just taking a moment with Arturo Salazar, directing a lot of info there to the Colombian. Look, this is what you'll find brilliant, is the way that heart rate is dropping.
Quality second game between these two. We saw plenty of momentum shifts Max Lee, moments of brilliance. First of all, the inside out on the forehand side, and then does it again on the backhand, finding some exquisite winners. A lot of highly entertaining rallies that these two are putting on. They were training partners down in Florida a couple of years ago, so they know each other inside out. It was 2-game balls for Max Lee at 10-8. Drop of concentration enabled Rodriguez to get back to the tie-break situation. And then the opportunity here finished off brilliantly. An error from Rodriguez. Max Lee pulls it all square at 1-game all.
So the top knot, samurai-looking Rodriguez.
15 seconds.
The 15-second call back on. Big fan of Max Lee on that front row. That young lady there just clapping away for him.
1-game all. Lead to serve.
Who's your money on?
Level.
Who's my money on? I'm going to back the Colombian cannonball here. I think he's going to get his house in order. At the moment, it's just a case of who drops their concentration quicker and for longer periods of time, because they're so evenly matched everywhere else.
Hand out. 1 love.
Good finish.
2 love.
Slick finish. Couple of slightly slow movements we're seeing from Max Lee here. Beginning of the 3rd game, the ball would have started to drop off a little bit. But it has to be that good from Max Lee. Works Rodriguez into that back left corner, steps in front, takes it early, out in front. Backhand volley into the neck.
2-3.
Cool.
Hand out. 4-2.
Oh, he played that well.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Technique was immaculate on that. It's definitely worth a sip. Oh, celebration.
Down. 6-2. Hand out, 3-6. Hand out, yes. 3-6. Yes, left. Right box, 3-6.
Well
it's
played.
good work.
Very clever. It looked like he was possibly going to take that cross court.
Max Lee again just manoeuvres himself out of the way quite brilliantly here. Turns and gets nice and balanced. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. You've got to have very quick hip rotation.
5,
Good
6.
adjustment in that previous one.
Max Lee now with the momentum.
Backwards and forwards, isn't it, ever since the second?
Yeah.
Out. Yeah, kiss the wall as it was coming down.
Oh, kiss the wall. No, now, please.
Hand out.
This is a family show.
7-9.
Oh, that was ambitious.
Oh, it was.
8-5.
Bit of emotion coming out of Lee, frustration. It's not all smiles. Possibly a bit of mental fatigue. Had to qualify as well, Lee. Fourth match of the event.
Hand out.
Wow.
6-8.
Who am I to say that he's not smiling again? It's funny that tick that he has. It's like a tick when he looks at his opponent, particularly on the backhand side.
He does it both sides.
More so on the backhand.
Yeah. It's only mainly the slower shots that find their way.
Yeah, well, otherwise he
Gets
wouldn't have
a bit
time to actually concentrate on the shot he needs to play. There we go. Bit of a, it was a good width from Rodriguez, just catching that, Nick.
Hand out. 9-6.
That is a
Hand out.
blinder off the service.
7-9.
Yeah, that's a good finish. Ooh, raw show of emotion there from Max Lee. Sticks the chin out.
8-9.
There you go. Looking for where his opponent is. He's looking better physically again, Lee. He's sparked up. There's a lot more urgency about him. He's got his second win, PJ.
There he has. I think this is also another great example for other players just to watch how these two are moving, because we've had hardly any traffic issues.
No, none at all.
It's been so clean and free-flowing. I mean, granted, they're both great movers, but
not even one review.
Right box, 9-all.
Well, it's very hard to call this one at the moment. PJ?
well, there's nothing in it, Joey. Just
Well,
look at the scoreline. 1-all, 9-all. Big hold and flick.
He's played it, it's
Oh,
clever. What? Oh, he's got it back. How did he do it? It's too tight. There's a screen from Rodriguez. The Brazilian fans enjoying that bit of Latin passion.
10-9, game ball.
You ever played in Brazil?
Yeah, I won the Brazilian Open.
Did you? Congratulations.
Merci beaucoup.
Obrigado.
That's café con leche. Played a few times in Colombia, and I did a tour in Brazil too, 2 tournaments in Brazil. Terrific place. Whoa.
Back to the grunting again.
It
They've
is.
not done it
Oh,
all
there
rally.
we go.
Did the same in the last
And
game
again.
at the end.
Oh.
Sounds like Monica Seles.
There he goes, disco. Whoa! Oh, yeah. Now we're up for what PJ would say, jockeying for position. Now we go to rampant mode again, back to grunts. There's a lot of grunts in this rally. He's surpassed Simon Rosner, hasn't he, actually? This is carnage.
Oh, through the interference, could have stopped.
This is a joke.
He's really enjoying grunting here, Max,
Does.
isn't he?
Whoa! Oh, look at Lee! Yes, we love it! We love it, the grunter from Hong Kong. He's getting a standing ovation, leaving everything on the court there. That was fantastic. Both guys got time to smile. It's an amazing vibe that's going on here.
It's very cheap, very...
It's the second round of a World Series event. Huge. That was the slip from Rodriguez, and these guys are just really enjoying themselves, but leaving everything out there on the court. That was more like it from Lee. PJ, your glasses must be steamed up by that
I've taken
scoreline.
them off. I just can't wear them, dripping.
Have a sip of water and then go and say what you need to say. Can't miss this opportunity, surely. You just can't call it. It's too tight out there. 20 beat drop in heart rate from the Cannonball after that brutal rally. Shows how fair he is. Oh! Max Lee looks like he's down and out, he's grunting, he's struggling, he's
11-10,
smiling.
It must be addictive because this chap who we can see the reflection of in the mirror is also smiling.
Yeah, but that's what happens if you hang out with people. That's why if I were to hang out with a bit more...
I do hang out with people.
Somebody that was a bit more upbeat, then I would be a lot happier.
Okay. Trying to see. It's a good shut out. He just waited a bit long there, Rodriguez.
Wow, there's a huge sweat patch. It's going to appeal because the sweat patch is within his rights to do so. Oh, this is awesome.
There's the first dive, there's the massive sweat patch up extremely quickly. See it again. Oh, he's absolutely saturated the floor there. That does become a safety issue. The hand went up relatively quickly from Rodriguez.
Got him, Max Lee's got him, the tongue comes out.
Games the lead. Lee leads 2 games to 1.
Well, Max Lee looked down and out at one stage in that third game. Managed to pick his punches superbly well. His finishing second to none in the backstage of that third, 54 minutes of hard squash. Max Lee has come back from 1 game to love to now lead 2 games to 1 here in Chicago.
This one today is someone that you all know. So in his company is...
His quad stretches are working very well for him.
And the owner
said before, he's had serious issues with cramp over the last period of time. And it's one of the reasons why he must be doing these stretches.
He won several Illinois state championships in both singles.
He's showing the quality that
Illinois in the national team championship.
displayed in the first round, dismantling the world number 9.
They have an unbelievable selection of squash equipment, and he's offering a...
Well, if this wasn't the Windy City Open, it would have looked to anybody else as an onlooker, an exhibition match between these two. Real quality as well. Max Lee has been absolutely superb. Slight drop in concentration through various stages of that third game. And with that, Rodriguez builds a very healthy lead. But then Max Lee, after a couple of silly unforced errors, built himself back slowly and surely into that third. There's a reaction from Max Lee. He now leads by 2 games to 1.
Money's still on the Colombian.
It is. Can't be a turncoat, Joe. A turncoat.
I would like to see Rodriguez put a few more bows in. Just to work Max Lee a bit more.
15 seconds. Lee leads 2 games to 1. Lee to serve. Bravo.
So 56 minutes. Quality squash so far.
And out, 1 love.
Well, he happily taps his head there, Max Lee, reminding himself to try and keep his concentration. There have been spells, which is understandable, because to try and maintain your concentration for these kind of lengths of time is extremely difficult. Rapid reactions from Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was typical of Rodriguez. Superman type dive. Wow.
2 love.
So powerful with that. He's literally like sliding over the line like Rigby.
Not from Rising Damp.
No, rugby, the sport.
Oh, so we said Rigby.
Oh, this is a solid start. He did this against Lee in the third, and then Lee started to crease his smiling and got back into it. And wow, he is quick.
Not that quick.
And out, 1-3.
I'm actually going to put my neck on the line here, Joey. I think he is the quickest. Moment's fast. But when Rodriguez is moving like this, from the stop position, he's the quickest on tour.
2-3.
That's a bold statement, Pedro.
You will prove me otherwise.
How do you prove it? How do you prove it?
Well, we will soon have the technology to determine the distances covered and at what speeds.
Definitely distance is covered, but not speeds. 100%, definitely got distance covered. We'll be working on that in Sweden, but not speeds. So, we're looking to buy a car at the moment, but so we haven't got that far. It would be very interesting to know, but just hopefully one day.
Another good start from Rodriguez here. Did the same in the first and second. That is a lovely long drop from Rodriguez, dragging Max Lee into that front left.
5-2.
Ever so slightly laboured movement there from Lee.
Yeah, but say that, then he starts grunting and suddenly getting back into it. I mean, the crazy thing is that Rodriguez is 2-1 down, but had his opportunity to win 3 love.
That's crazy. Oh, that was a bit of a hospital boast there.
Got what it deserved. It's good from Lee.
Just opened up the court too much, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a silly shot. He hasn't made many silly shot selections, but so that was one of the bit of mental fatigue possibly creeping into Rodriguez now. It's very tight indeed.
And out, 6-3.
Oh, the old hot leg trick. So even to me, he's smiling. I mean, it is addictive.
Oh, he's always smiling to me. He's a happy chap.
This is contagious. Whatever Max Lee's got is contagious.
Well, don't say that. Well, why aren't you smiling?
You are the antidote.
And out, 4-7.
Tight work. Doing it again, Max Lee.
Told you. Told you. Not write him off in this match. Starts off and looks like he's struggling in the beginning of the games, and then starts to fart. It's been 62.5 minutes, which is certainly a long time, but to me it seems longer. So much longer.
Another aspect that's stood out for me, Joey, this week so far has been the lack of time that the court cleaners have had to spend on court clearing up the sweat. It's obviously a good surface or a good temperature here. With the exception of the dives, where there's obviously a massive sweat on the court.
Well, I think it's the temperature in the hall.
I mean, the players are still sweating profusely.
Well, it's been that clean a match. We've had no video reviews yet. It's the first for the event so far. Here comes the grunting. It's a similar pattern. The grunting's happening now, PJ, from Lee.
Both players feeling it. He won't do that. If he tries to hit cross-court net, that might spin off the racket.
It's quite funny what Rodriguez does with his racket. I don't know if we've still got it on the replay. Watch this. He come back. Oh, look. That's the physicality of it. And he just pops his racket on his head.
Straight to Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's a good decision. Oh, he's going to ask for a review.
9-5.
Don't do it, Max. Don't do it.
Could this well, this will be the only match that's never had a video review.
Well, it was so close then, but I managed to do the Jedi mind trick on Max. I'm surprised, PJ, that you haven't said this is going into a fifth, being the Oracle. Rodriguez is split.
Right box.
And they've still got time to smile.
Everyone is smiling. It's a happy area. It's a happy time.
It's a happy place.
Happy land. We are all happy. 5 game balls, and it's in a fifth. Max Lee does look fatigued, though, in all seriousness. Possibly the dragon has been tamed. We shall see. 66 minutes in this classic, brilliant encounter. Very clean, gentlemanly match played of the highest quality. It's 2 games apiece, all to play for, and the fifth coming up for you. Max Lee will certainly be doing his quad stretches, PJ. He really did show his fatigue at the end there.
It's not surprising, is it? I mean, the work that these 2 chaps are doing is
It's been over an hour, but
extraordinary.
it's been non-stop for the first rally. Non-stop.
Rodriguez, look, I can't even say his name, I'm so tired. Rodriguez looks tired.
Yeah, his heart rate's kicking down nicely now, though.
It's all about the start. It's some serious...
To be fair to Rodriguez, he's always had the best of starts.
Another quality 4th game here between these 2, obviously very good friends. So many smiles and congratulations after quality rallies. And it's Rodriguez that started off the better of the 2. Max Lee did come back in the mid-stage, but that was eradicated by Max Lee. A couple of questionable movements at the very end there from Max Lee, where you just felt that he was feeling it physically as well as mentally. 2 tins in a row, and then the finish from Rodriguez, hardly any effort from Lee. Locked in, 2 games apiece. It's a massive drop of heart rate from Rodriguez down to 130.
30 seconds.
Supremely fit. Both players are, particularly Rodriguez with his lung capacity. Huge barrel chest, that's why he has that barrel chest, massive lungs on him.
Well, I would say after this match that Ali Farag's Fair Play Award is in serious jeopardy.
Oh, well, it's
just taken it to a whole new level.
It's completely on the level. It is in jeopardy. I don't think he'll win it for a third year running.
Amazing.
So, the scene is set for this 5th game between these two guys. They're not hanging out or hanging around either.
Yep. Yep. All was good. Hand out. One love.
No, it wasn't that one, it was the one previously. There was a couple of shots previously in that area. It happened all so quickly.
First blood to Max Lee. We often talk about the significance. Well, that will be logged. That movement from Max Lee will be logged by Rodriguez.
2-1.
Certainly looks the more sprightly at the early stage of this 5th game, Rodriguez. We've seen this time and time again from the cannonball. He actually gets quicker.
Yeah, good pressure, he's keeping the tempo high.
He's got Max Lee in the palm of his hand here.
Trying to spark himself up again, Max Lee. Nice hold.
Have you ever seen Rodriguez tired?
Yes. Huge rally. Max Lee dig deep in that one, PJ. And psychologically, a big blow for him not winning it.
4-1.
Still a little bit of...
Oh, dear.
Do drop in. There's a massive smile from Max. Rodriguez trying to have a bit of a laugh, pretending it was down. Max,
2-4.
watch that is a joke shot. There's... Oh, this is a shot fest. I mean, I know whoever wins this, probably the way it's looking, Rodriguez is they're gonna be a bit fatigued for sure, because from the first rally it's been hard, but confidence that can be taken because the quality of it's been amazing, isn't it? It's had everything: the retrievals, the attacks, the
finishes,
very good quality, length and width, the variation of hitting. Well, Lee's always he's done it again. He's still coming back. He's still going. It's too tight. And then the smile. I don't know, PJ. Did you ever smile on court?
Only when I was winning.
3-6.
I was a very bad loser.
Still are. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Maybe I should have done a Max Lee and just... It's very hard to do though, isn't it? To smile after every shot.
The social media feedback that we're getting from this match, Joe, is everybody's absolutely loving the fact that the professionalism, the respect and the sheer fun that's being shown on court.
Yeah, it's
a real pleasure to watch.
Oh no, we got a review. First one of the match.
Player review lead on the
We just need to wake up the video referee. He did take a quick nap.
Yeah.
Tamer Al-Nagari.
He's had a tough job this match. Doesn't want to get this wrong. What would you give there, PJ, if you had the review option? Let's give a let ball all day long.
Ball. There's significant
Select ball all day long
for me.
Well, the video official obviously knew that from the first, but wanted to try and get his money's worth.
He's getting paid enough.
More than us.
Hard either. We do it for the love of the game, Joey.
That's not what you said last night.
I'm on here now. That's a tired error from Max Lee.
And out, 7-3. So Rodriguez is a broken string.
It's funny. There's something to smile about. Have you ever, I suppose you wouldn't know, but
Ever smiled?
while sleeping, I know you snore because I heard that last night and recorded it. You were like a little mini Jabberwocky.
Okay.
Have you ever smiled?
Have I ever smiled while I'm asleep? Well, obviously.
Do you feel like, if you're dreaming that you're smiling?
I have a lot of happy.
Because you still read the Mr. Men, don't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Mr. Happy. Probably.
And out, 7-3.
That'll be a good sleep.
Probably experienced all of my dreams. Throughout my dreams.
Yes, late, 7-3.
I've never seen anybody as happy as Max Lee on the squash court, though. Ever.
No. And this is the second match running. You've seen it. It was like that in the first round.
Played there from Rodriguez. Didn't panic, took his time.
I think the body of Max Lee is starting to seriously fatigue. Those quads.
Just need to be careful there.
Yes.
We don't go too disco
Squads are
time.
going, he's starting to get the cramps. He- Well, he's cramping.
He's not.
I mean, usually when you're cramping, you're in a lot of pain, so you're grimacing, but he's smiling through. He's trying to get rid of the cramps through pure happiness. Oh, he's in a right angle. It's well played, though.
5-9.
Careful here, Rodriguez.
I know.
Got to be very careful.
I know, this is edgy. One more point and it gets very edgy.
9.
It's better hitting from Rodriguez.
Good pressure. Oh, it's a massive point.
Well, he's adjusted well there,
Huge.
Rodriguez, hasn't he? He's reset himself. He knew that this was becoming potentially
Match ball.
slightly edgy for him.
Goodness gracious me. 4 match balls for the Cannonball.
He's even laughing as he's running backwards.
Can he stand up, Lee?
He's cramping.
Oh, he's cramping. Oh, he's cramping. This is
hard to watch.
How can he?
Leading 6, match to Rodriguez. Rebounds to 2.
Huge cramping. Very big cramping for Lee.
Leading 7, leading 13, team 12.
It's good to see.
5, leading 6.
Fantastic match. Wonderful match. Extraordinary match. The temperament of both players was never seen anything like that. To that extreme in terms of how fair and how honest and what good quality it was such a huge occasion, PJ. It was fantastic. I know they've trained a lot together under David Palmer, and I mean Max Lee can barely walk, poor chap. Tremendous effort, amazing. Yeah, rightly so. Standing ovation for all players, both players, sorry. 78-minute marathon. From the first serve, it was destined to be wicked, and it was. Rodriguez into the quarterfinals, 5 games against Lee. Well, his advisory service cannot say that Max Lee didn't leave everything on the court, even in that horrific pain. He was still cramping, he was still smiling.
Thank you for your play tonight.
Still smiling.
Great effort.
Very happy Rodriguez, though, to get into a World Series quarter-final again. Well, the Cannonball is courtside. Eager to hear from him and Will Carlin about this match.
Miguel, first of all, what a great, entertaining, hard-running, hard-hitting, unbelievable match. A lot of people here may not know that you two trained together with David Palmer in Florida for a while, and I think everybody here saw the spirit of the match between the two of you as friends. Can you talk just a little bit about you two training together and being friends?
Yeah, we used to train with David Palmer a few years ago. We are good friends. I played with Max many times, and always is like that. And I'm happy that he's back at his level, at his best. He had an unbelievable tournament last week, I think, in Toronto. He won 3 matches here. So he's a talented guy, very precise. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Last time I played with him was in Guatemala last year. I won 3-2, the same thing. So, yeah, he was very motivated. I think he was happy again on court, and I was trying to imitate him. But yeah, I think we enjoyed the game. I think the crowd they did too. So I'm happy again to win two matches in a World Series event, to be in the quarterfinals. This year for me looks pretty good. So I'm happy with my performance so far.
Tell me about your body. Obviously, at the very end there, his body started to stop working. You looked okay. How are you feeling?
Well, he was 2-1 up. Like, mentally it's very tough to come from that point because he's up 1 game. So I was a bit edgy at the beginning, but I think I was positive and I was attacking. I was doing the positive rallies, and I was having a good lead. And yeah, I saw that at the end of in the fourth he was kind of tired, so I had to come back very stronger than the fourth game, and I did pretty well.
Yes, you did. That was one of the most fun matches I think we've had as spectators, partly because of the two of you being friends, partly because you guys are amazing squash players. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, by far the most entertaining match so far this week in Chicago, and it took 4 games for Rodriguez to finally bring Max Lee to pretty much a grinding halt. He struggled with cramps previously, Max Lee, and unfortunately experienced the same at the end of this match here, but the crowd were treated to an absolutely wonderful display. The fairness and the nature in which this was played was a real example for all watching. Rodriguez, it's great to see him back in the quarterfinals of a World Series event, and in this kind of form he's going to pose a lot of threats to the top 10 players in the world. It's great to see him back once again.